Hello everybody, welcome to the Labyrinth of Limitations. I thought I would, for this one, do kind of a quick video that is going to look at the first 8 bars of Body and Soul, which has so many things in it. And I'm going to kind of play freely more as examples, but I'll talk about the thinking, and all I'm doing is stuff that I'm talked about on this channel a lot, all the kind of motions and stuff. So I really recommend going to the beginning and looking at episode 1. I know the video quality wasn't as good in those, but there's a lot of information. I agree with those videos still. That's why they're still up there. That's what I'm doing when I'm doing this stuff. So, and I will share kind of the overview thoughts. So it says, so right there it is 2, 5 of 2. So this is E flat minor 7, goes to B flat 7, back to E flat minor 7, to A flat 7, which is the 5 of D flat. But of course, E flat minor 7, so E flat minor 7 is the same thing as G flat major 6. So I'm going to think G flat major 6, and then B flat 7 is the diminished chord, the off chord within the G flat major 6 diminished. So I can go. So what I did there was something like this. I went a little shell chord, and now I'm on the off chord. I did like a little borrowing. I didn't do exactly that motion. I'm just, working this stuff out through the scales. The way I got to be able to do it fast was by always thinking what the notes are. I'm not just following a chord diagram or something. I'm thinking this is, when I'm playing this E flat minor 7, I'm thinking this is, when I'm thinking of it as E flat minor 7, this is the root 5th, 7th, 3rd. But when I'm thinking of it as G flat major 6, this is the 6th, 3rd, 5th, and root. And that allows me, it's pretty, it's about seeing the pathways, and those are the pathways. So seeing that if I'm on the say the 5th of a major 6 chord, I go up a half step to the sharp 5, stuff like that. So I'm practicing that with all these motions. So let's go to the next phrase. Next phrase is I did 2 phrases there, and it was kind of sloppy. But what I'm doing is I'm going, da, 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 for you I sigh, for you dear only, right? That part, and that's the second phrase, and that is D flat major, and then it goes to G flat 7, and then to F minor, and then to E diminished. So what is all that stuff? D flat is D flat. So we're in the key of D flat. The G flat 7 is going to go to F minor, which is the same thing as A flat major 6. So that's like a dominant 7th chord resolving up a whole step. And whenever you have that, you could do the 6 and the 5 for that dominant 7, which is D minor 6 diminished. And then you could go into F minor 7, aka A flat major. Okay, so that's the way I'm doing that. So in other words, I'm thinking D flat major, and then I go to the flat 3 diminished, which is actually the off chord within A flat major 6 diminished, and I turn it into an octatonic thing. Whoops. That was interesting what I did. I did what did I do there? I guess that's one of the what I call the extended family. It's whole tone based. funky. I didn't really intend on doing that. But yeah, so the third phrase then is, and so now I get to why haven't you seen it? That part. So it's, why haven't you seen it? I'm all for you, body and soul. So I'm just moving through that stuff, just kind of giving an example of it. And let's look at the, the third phrase, the why haven't you seen it part. So that is why, E flat minor 7, twice as long for that chord. Why haven't you seen it? Then it does a minor 2-5 into the 6th chord. So that would be C minor 7. Flat 5 to F 7 to B flat minor, but C minor 7 flat 5 is just E flat minor 6 diminished, and then I do tritones minor a lot on that F7, and then I go to B flat minor 7, which is the same thing as D flat major 6. So I'm trying, in a way, it gets rid of all the amount of chords I have to think of when you get used to this. And it sets freedom. So I'm really, I practice thinking these things, but then I'm just thinking in the scales. And so I don't have to think, my hand is thinking for me, which is nice. So I go, wow, there's so many things you go. I think I did something like pretty stuff. When I start finding myself doing the same thing over and over again, I challenge myself to think of something that I, a little more or less in my wheelhouse of the moves. So like say there, I'll do this little shell chord. This is E flat minor 6, little shell chord. Oh, and then no, that's wrong. See, I never do that. So what is that? I go, so this is shell chord. I'm going to go in to a triad, to a third, and then I'm going to go back to that triad, and now this is a triad in F minor 6. So, which is really pretty. See, that's so pretty. But so that is a fast overview of body and soul. So maybe a little bit of an advanced kind of overview, but just sharing the 4 phrases. One more time. So let's see if I can do another one. So. What about yeah. So that's just playing on body and soul. So thinking 2 chord, E flat minor 7 is G flat major 6. B flat 7 could just be the diminished within G flat major 6. Continuing with G flat major 6. And then something on A flat 7, I do A flat dominant 7th a lot. I do A flat 7, I do A flat dominant 7 sharp 5, which is in the scale of scales. Check out my episode on scale of scales about that. Tritones minor, any number of things. And then second phrase, D flat major 6, D flat minor 6, or you could do G flat 7, G flat dominant 7 flat 5, A flat major 6 for sure. And then the off chord becomes an octatonic, which is the flat 3 diminished to D flat. And then that is G flat major 6 for extra long amount of time. And then does a minor 2-5. After the extra long G flat major 6, you get a minor 2-5, which is C minor 7 flat 5 to F7, but I do E flat minor 6 always on the C minor 7 flat 5, and then most of the time I do the tritones minor on that F7. Should do some other things. And then it gets to that brings us to the 6th chord. Not the best one, but that is the 6th chord, and then it's pretty fast. So yeah, and then it does the 2-5 that brings us back to the 2 chord. The 2-5 that brings us back to the 2 chord is I do A flat minor 6, which is the same thing as A flat minor 6 is the same thing as F minor 7 flat 5, and then tritones minor for B flat is B minor 6. Okay, so that's that brings us back to the beginning. So I hope that this is kind of I'm busy with a few projects. So I'm not going to do PDF. I'm not going to do the chord charts today. I just thought I'd share. I've been practicing Body and Soul this morning, and thought it'd be fun to share with you guys. So I hope you like that, and more to come of different kinds of things to talk about. Keep practicing, and I'll talk to you soon.